Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday night. I'm Lewis Donnelly. It's a big night for Brooklyn. Nets looking to clinch their playoff series against the Boston Celtics. Angie Gonzalez is live outside Barclays Center with a reaction from some very excited fans. Angie.
And you know what, Lewis, we're actually seeing those fans start to leave Barclays Center. The game isn't even over yet, but they seem pretty convinced that the Brooklyn Nets are going to be taking this home and, of course, going on to round 2 of the playoffs. But I don't want to jinx anything. We did talk to a bunch of fans earlier, and we all know that fans are really the ones who make up the team. So we talked to some diehard fans that are trying to get the next generation excited about the teams that they like. Every sports team has them, the diehard fans.
My whole life. I bleed Celtics green.
How these fans fall in love with their favorite team may differ from person to person, but a common thread outside Barclays ahead of Game 5 appeared to be a family connection. Greg Tanner brought his son Dylan from Long Island.
I didn't drive all the way over here with my son for them to lose.
Both Tanner and his son Dylan came decked out in Nets gear to cheer the team on as they faced off against the Celtics in the first round of the playoffs. It's an experience that Dylan won't soon forget.
It means a lot to me because Brooklyn Nets are my favorite basketball team.
Likewise, it meant a lot to this Celtics fan who brought his 8-year-old son Pierce to the game. Turns out Pierce actually got his name because of how much his dad loves the Celtics and one of their longtime team members of years past.
You know why he's named Pierce?
Why?
Because Paul Pierce, he's named after Paul Pierce.
And while Pierce may be too young to buy his own ticket to a game, there's no question who his favorite player is.
Who's your favorite player on the team?
Jason Tatum.
Others aren't as far along in their fandom, but this grandfather was determined to turn his 2 grandkids, 12-year-old Morgan and 16-year-old Jordan, into Nets fans. He says he had to deter them from cheering on another New York franchise.
And they wanted to be Knicks fans, and I told them the Knicks aren't going anywhere, and it's all about the Brooklyn Nets now.
And these days, fans and family members have more ways than ever to show off their team spirit on everything from T-shirts to face masks.
It has the Net logo, so a lot of fans get it for kids for school.
And you know what, Lewis, Nets fans are actually driving sales of NBA merchandise when it comes to jerseys in particular. The top 15 jerseys on sale, among them, 3 of them are for Nets players. That's the very latest from outside of Barclays Center. Lewis, back to you.
So, Angie, after the water bottle incident in Boston, there was some concern about retaliation. Any sign of trouble there?
You know what? We actually saw quite a few Celtics fans that actually made their way to the stadium. No problems other than a little trash talking to each other, at least outside of the stadium. But I have a feeling that Nets are going to be pretty happy that they walked away with the win. Again, hopefully tonight, even though the game isn't quite over. As you can see, a lot of Nets fans are already leaving. And they're excited.
Okay. There you go. You know what's going to happen anyway. Thank you so much, Angie.
Of course.